Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I think I blew it. I'm too late. I'm too late. I'm going to have to get up earlier tomorrow. It's already late. Let's go look for turtle tracks. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. Teresa Squara, Joe Wynn, Kathy, good morning, good morning. Here's some former Eric and Sean. What's going on? Jeanette, good morning, Jeanette. Let's go look for turtle tracks. I blew it. It's too late. Here's one right here. I think I'm going to go down here first. I think I see some tracks down here. Darren Sanders, good morning. G. Wilson, good. What's up? Tom and Brenda, Smoking Coin, good morning. Cindy Poirier, hello. Lori Thompson, good morning. Leanne Sherbick, what's going on, Leanne? We were in the water most of the day. I am a very nice pink shade. Looks like a tree washed up last night. Well, good morning, everybody. Let's go look for some turtle tracks. There's some turtle nests right here. Molly, what's going on, Molly? Gina, I'm gonna have to get up earlier tomorrow, I think. Crystal Coachman, good morning. Poppy, hello. Good morning, Poppy. Oh, this looks like turtle tracks right here. I'm gonna have to get up earlier tomorrow. I was up at 3 o'clock. And I'm like, I should probably go out at 3. And I'm like, nah.
6 is almost too late.
I know.
That's kind of how we were yesterday. We just got out here too late. You just see the nest, but I don't know what time of night the turtles are up here.
I know. I should have came out at 3.
Yeah, you can see the water got up a lot higher last night.
I know. Washed away at one of the beach.
So yeah.
Aren't you guys getting eaten up?
We did not. We were very lucky. We were like, well, let's go up next. We come out last night. One of the girls come out last night at watching the sun set.
Yeah.
Said they got bit quite a bit.
Yeah.
We didn't have any trouble all day yesterday in the morning through the day.
Really?
So we lucked out pretty good. But I put some of the insect on this morning, and
I'm in dork mode right now.
Yesterday, I was the day out here. Everybody was out here barefoot and shorts and no shirts. It's like, well, what am I missing?
I'm playing it safe today.
We're trying. It's a good idea.
I don't think the sunrise has come up yet, Lori. The sunrise is over there. Tim Rempel, good morning. Megan and Bruno, Christine Hickman, Ashley King, good morning, Ashley. Remy, good morning. I think the sun's coming up over here. The sun is coming up over here. I'll keep going this way till I get to some nests. Look how far this turtle went, though. You can see the turtle tracks going up here, and then it went up on here to lay its nest. And then it came back down. There's a lot of turtle tracks. Regina, good morning, Regina. Candy, good morning, Candy. I set an alarm to wake up at 6:30. That's okay if you're not here. I think I'm gonna have to come out earlier, way earlier. Those are the colors. I think the sun's about ready to come up above the clouds. Like I said, we were in the water most of the day yesterday, and had a great time in the water. Zach absolutely loves the water, so we were out in the water. How is your arm, Regina? Chuck, good morning. Good morning, Mary. Wow, it's really early for you, Mary. Charlie and Stacy, what's going on, Charlie and Stacy? It's 5:25 here. I'm in dork mode. I got my long pants on. I got my pants tucked into my socks. Oh my gosh. So this is one right here. We'll have to mark this one. That is definitely a nest that they dug last night. Right there. We'll keep walking down a little bit till we... My arm is heated. Oh my, is healed, but there's a scar now. That's horrible, Regina. Frank Manfredo, good morning. Abby has a bunch of friends coming down, so we couldn't find anybody else to come down with us. So Abby invited some of her friends down, so they're gonna stay. I think some of them might stay over. Carolyn Blasco, good morning. Jay Page, good morning. Yeah, it looks like the water was a little rough last night. Washed away a little bit of the beach. We had fun in the waves yesterday. We brought our boogie boards. Oh, Megan, Bruno, we did sit here all day yesterday. Shannon, good morning, Shannon. Ray and Maggie, good morning, Ray and Maggie. I think the sun's gonna come up above the clouds pretty soon. It's funny how many people get up early to look for the turtle nests and stuff. Looks like there's another one right over here to my right. Look at all the colors over there. Amanda 3 Caballeros, good morning. Yeah, this is a Disney. If you're DVC, you can use your points over here. It's about 2 hours away from Orlando. It took us about 2 hours to get here from our house. A little less than 2 hours, I should say. A little less than 2 hours. I think it's raining. It's actually raining right now. I'm getting rained on. There's another nest right up there. And it's funny because the Disney people will be out real soon to mark the nests, and they'll know which way they came up, which way they went, and so forth. But this is one. Suzanne, Turtle Talk. Sandra, good morning, Sandra. Yeah, the sun is definitely coming up right over there. Jeff Snook, what's going on? Jeff Connon, good morning, Jeff. Jeff, yeah, it's hard to get here. It's hard to get here even at 11 months. We have a contract here. We own here. So we have here Saratoga Springs and Beach Club. It's hard to get here at 11 months. That's why we had to book. We had to book it 11 months out. So we booked this in July of last year. So you just have to kind of, I don't know, kind of predict when you're able to go. But you have to book 11 months out to usually come here because it's always booked up. That's why we bought a contract here because we love it here. AJ, good morning, AJ. And I'm sure we'll spend... There's that one cloud getting rained on. Angela didn't like... There was some seaweed in the water yesterday because it was a little bit rougher than normal. I don't mind the seaweed. Janet Brackman, good morning. Pierce, what's going on, Pierce? But yeah, you can book here even if you're not DVC. You can pay out of pocket. They'll gladly accept your money. Octavia Melody, good morning. My son was there last year. He's a cast member. That's awesome. The Jeffs. Looks like the sun's about ready to come over the... I'll keep an eye down there. Looking for more turtle tracks. Just Gamello, good morning. I don't know the rate. The rate depends on the season. Obviously, it's more expensive to come in the summer. It's cheaper to come in like January and December. I don't like to give rates, and a lot of people go back and watch these videos and say they're watching it 2 years from now, and they'll say, well, it wasn't that price. I say, well, it was when we made the video. You've already been working for 2.5 hours. Dang, Pierce. Here's one right here. Looks like a turtle came up here, made a nest right here. And they'll know, the Disney people will know what kind of turtle it is based on their flipper and their markings and stuff. You can see right here. This is where, oh no, it looks like this is going back into the water. It looks like it was going back into the water right here. But it looks like it was struggling because like it was trying to go up and this was too steep. I am so happy I found your channel. You guys do. Well, thank you, Mary. Well, we're glad we found you too. And I wanted to personally hand you a bracelet. That's why I didn't give it to Stephen and Crystal. Looks like there was one that was struggling though. It came up around here and it was trying to get up on this bank, but it couldn't. So it just kept going along. Let's see oh, geez. That's rough when they can't get up there. So can you see how steep this is right here? Kelsey Elizabeth, good morning. This is really steep, so the turtle couldn't get up. So it was just going around trying to get up. Hope it didn't give up. It came this way, tried to get up there. Couldn't get up. Came along here. And it looks like it just went right back into the water. That's sad. And then it went right back into the water. The track, wow. All right, let's see what it's looking like over here. I don't think I'm under the rain cloud anymore. Oh, I see the sun peeking out. Debbie Birdfell, good morning, Debbie. You were up late, Debbie. Did you get enough sleep? Is that your very large house in the distance there, Jeff? That is not my house. That is not. These guys have a big drop off. Steph and Samantha, good morning. How is Samantha liking that new bike, Steph? Then it went right back into the water here. Okay, look at that. It's coming up. Is the signal good still? I know I didn't have a good signal yesterday when I was streaming from here. There is that sunrise. She loves the bike. She's still in bed. Why is she still in school, Steph? Isn't she out? Oh, he went in February. Okay. I think Jeff has Jeff and Molly, they have a Disney Cruise Line contract. I'm joking. see. We'll walk down this way a little bit more, see if we see any more. Oh, the sun's peaking. There it is. It's almost Tuesday. Wouldn't that be awesome if you could buy a Disney cruise line? Pierce, as far as points are concerned, I would never use my Disney points on a cruise. It doesn't make sense for us. The conversion's not great. The Disney cruise. I see something down here. Is this a turtle shell? I see something round in the water here. Let's go check this out. Maybe a coconut or some other animal. Looks like one came up right here. One came down right here. Oh my gosh, it laid its nest right here. It built the nest right here. Beaker and Honeydew, good morning. Anne-Marie, good morning. It built its nest right here. A lot of them were trying to get up on top of this. This one went right here and laid its eggs and went right back in the water. Shell Disney, good morning. I'm gonna try to get around this without messing up the tracks too much. Where'd that thing go in the water? Oh, here, it's up here. Oh, it looks like a watermelon. T-Town Mary Ellen, good morning. Looks like a watermelon. There's the sun. All right. But Mama always told me not to look into the eyes of the sun. And I just did. So I probably won't be able to read chat. Holy mackerel. There's the sun. It is a watermelon. It's not a turtle shell. How did that get out there? There is that sun. Looks like it's going to be another great day today. We'll walk down here a little bit further, see if we see any more tracks. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, Debbie. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting enough sleep, Debbie. Here's some turtle nests over here. Again, Disney conservation team comes out every morning and marks them, so nobody sets up their umbrellas or nobody accidentally digs where the eggs are laid. We'll walk back down the other way because that's the way they usually start to come from. You can see all the turtle nests marked. It's hot everywhere. Yeah, Tom and Brenda, it is. And look, some of these are some markings too. They're in the cliff. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in the cliff right there. I'm not sure how well you can see those. There's 4 red ones, and then there's 1 yellow one. And they put like the date. There's a code on there that lets them know what kind of turtle eggs they are, what date they are, and so forth. So, all right, we'll walk back down the other way, and we'll see if we see anything else. Well, I see a bunch right here. There's a bunch of turtle tracks. Let's just walk down here a little bit more. See a bunch of turtle tracks right here. Let's see where they laid their eggs. Cinder, good morning. Some of the, what happens is a lot of the people from Animal Kingdom Like the interns from Animal Kingdom will come down here and they'll volunteer to do this. There's some turtle tracks right there. Oh, I see some, yep, there's definitely some turtle tracks right there. Sean and Jeff, good morning. And it looks like they laid their eggs into the cliff over there. More over here. All right, let's take a walk back down this way. Yeah, that sun is nice and warm. Got to keep moving or the no-see-ums will get you. All right. We'll walk down the other way towards Gloria Estefan's house. Lots of shells if you're a shell collector. Gonna have to come out earlier tomorrow. I'm not saying you guys have to be here. I'm just saying, gonna have to come out earlier. I was up at 3 because I went to bed so early. And I was like, I should have came out at 3, and I didn't. Uh-oh, the watermelon's gonna go back into the sea. And it's nice, we have a 2-bedroom villa. Angela's just trying to use up her points. We have a 2-bedroom villa, and there's a washing machine and dryer inside. So we've been washing our clothes. So we didn't need to even bring many clothes. We just brought some of our beach attire, and we just wash it. So we packed really light. Went to Publix. Got some food. I think we're gonna make spaghetti in the room. We're gonna make some hot dogs for lunch when Abby's friends get here. And we didn't even have to go buy ketchup and mustard or bring ketchup and mustard. We just went over to the quick service, got ketchup and mustard over there. One of these days, I'm gonna catch a turtle. See, I can't tell if it came up here. It looks like, to me, it looks like it went back into the water this way because the sand's pushed this way. So this looks like it was just trying to look for a place to lay its eggs. Couldn't get up the hill and went back into the water. I'm not sure what happens. Not sure what happens when they can't find when they get spooked or the light. But she went a long way. I mean, she went all the way along this wall back into the water over there. Patrick Julian, good morning. Good morning, Patrick. Yeah, the beach wasn't like this last night. It wasn't washed away. And if you're thinking about buying a beach DVC like Hilton Head or Vero Beach, it's expensive. The points are cheap, but the maintenance points are very expensive. That's the one thing. You can get a Vero Beach or Hilton Head contract for fairly cheap. It's the maintenance. The maintenance gets you because they have to replenish the sand, and even Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom's pretty cheap, but you're paying for the animal upkeep with the maintenance and stuff. Like Saratoga Springs is a nice contract to have. The points were cheap, and the maintenance points are cheap. Gloria Thibodeau, good morning, Gloria. Did I miss you? I'm sorry. Good morning, Gloria. Nathan. Hello, Nathan. Sorry. False labor. Maybe. I don't know what it was, Jeanette. Sometimes they can't find a good spot. Sometimes the light spooks them away. I'm out here in a long pants and a sweatshirt so I don't get bit up by no-see-ums, but I guess it's past no-see-um time because it's lighter out. That's how far the sun has come up already. But good morning, everybody. Hey, if you're new to the channel, let me just introduce myself. My name is Jeff. My wife's name's Angela. She said she would be finding me. We are just our dream. We go live from the parks every Thursday evening and Saturday and Sunday morning. And we're doing this as I don't know. I love going on turtle talks, turtle walks in the morning when we're down here at Vero. Seems like guys roaming might scare them away. No, that doesn't spook them away. Katie Witcher, good morning, Katie. Just come. How far is Vero Beach from Disney? It's about 2 hours. Back to work. G. Wilson, have a great day at work. It's about 2 hours. It took us a little less than 2 hours to get here. So depending on where you are, we actually had to pick Abby up from work. Here's a funny story. We picked Abby up from work. We had to pick Abby up from work. She's a lifeguard, so she had to jump in the water before we picked her up. Well, she had her shoes in the car, in the back of the car. We went out to dinner last night. We're like, what's that smell in the car? It was Abby's shoes. So don't leave wet shoes. They stunk so bad. Don't leave wet shoes in the back of your car. Hey, Mo, good morning. Noreen, good morning, Noreen. We saw some turtle tracks so far. We haven't seen any turtles. I'm sure they're all long gone by now. I'm going to take a walk down this way. We'll look. I know everybody, it's a work day. We watched the sun come up. I should have done a time lapse with the sun with my other phone. There's the sun, there's the water. Like I said, we were in the water a lot yesterday. I'm a nice shade of burnt. Here's a turtle nest right here. Oh, there's the Disney conservation crew. I see them out doing their thing. They usually start down here and work their way towards us. There was a lot of people in the water yesterday. It was very good for body surfing. Maria, you're welcome, Maria. Thank you for being here. My daughter came home from cheer camp with soggy, sticky. Isn't that the worst, Amanda? Is this the resort that the turtles like? J. Page, it is. It is. Here's a nest right here. This is a turtle nest right here. Right down here is the Disney conservation team. So the guys and girls in these 4x4s, not 4x4s, what are they, four-wheelers? They go out every morning and look for the tracks and mark the spots where the eggs are. Steve-O, what's going on? When you watch the sunrise, you are seeing the future because the light is bending around the... Well, there you go, Steve-O. Hope you and Shannon are having a good morning. Jessica the Redhead, good morning. Have a good day at work. All right, so she just got done marking he, she. Oh, here he comes. Just got done marking, looking for more tracks. She's all covered up. Protect from those CMs. So she just marked one over here. Well, see, she was looking up there. She thought that might be one. Oh, I think she's gonna mark it. Let me see what she does. Let's hold here for a second. Oh, so she's just writing down, I think she's writing down possible. She was right over here. I think she just marked this one right here. This looks like some activity last night where there was one. But they dig down. They dig down until they find the eggs. So they know exactly where the spot is. Because sometimes there's sand all over the place. So we've watched them before, and they've showed us on previous trips. They've dug down, showed us some eggs. Score Jason, good morning, Jason. I did not see Oscar this morning. Scrumpy Life, good morning. Beautiful way to start the day. Well, good morning. Lorraine, some are laying into the cliff because they don't want their... Oh no, she was just over here marking. They don't want their eggs to wash away with the tide. Right? So they, oh, I think she was looking right over here. Seeing if this was one. Because here's her tire tracks. I think she was checking over here. This is gorgeous. This vine growing down. It's got some pretty purple flowers on it. There's a paddle boarder out there already. Getting an early start on the day. Enjoying the water. Sun came up quick. I might have to use some SPF today. I don't feel bad. I just look really red. My skin doesn't hurt or anything. There's another nest over there. But a lot of them will try to get up on top of a lot of the turtles will try to get up on top of that cliff, and it'll end up being too steep. And what happens is sometimes they fall backwards, fall on their shell, and they can't get up. And they need to be rescued. There's a couple more turtle nests. Right there. Good exercise in the morning. Lone paddle boarder out there. Oh, there's more of the Disney conservation team down here. So the one up front must be a scout. Lala, I don't even know what it is, Lala. Good morning, good afternoon. Julie McCowan, good morning, Julie. Jackie C, good to see it. Happy Tuesday morning. Oh, try to stay out of their way. See that? This lady must be a veteran. She does no. She's not protecting her skin at all. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're looking at the tracks. Oh, look, they have to help them. This is they're taking the latitude. They're marking them with the things, and then they're going to come back later. I get it. They have one of those poles that you stick in the ground. I forget what it's called. That gives you the coordinates. Then they'll come back and mark them later. So what they're doing right now, they're marking them all before people come down on the beach. I get it. I get it. Kimberly Hazard, good morning. Mr. Sports Dog. Are we counting turtles? Julie, how are the no-see-ums? I'm dressed like a dork. I got my long pants tucked into my socks and I have a sweatshirt on. So as far as, I don't feel like I'm getting bit. If I was out here in shorts and a t-shirt, I'd probably be getting all bit up. I was talking with our one buddy though that's here. He said he went out yesterday, went out today, didn't feel like he was getting bit. You don't feel them for a few days though. Are we going to Gloria Estefan's for coffee? Do you think she's up yet? Should I go knock on the door, Julie? Should I invite myself in? That's her house right there. I'm sure she has good coffee. I don't see many tracks down this way. Debbie Anderson, good morning. Jeff, are the no-see-ums just a South Florida thing? I think they're a South Florida beach thing, Jeff. South Florida beach thing. This is possibly one right here. I'm sure they got that one off. They were looking up here. I don't see a lot of turtle tracks down here. That is the Atlantic Ocean right there. If we swim across, I think we'll be in Portugal, right? Wouldn't we be in Portugal? No. No, I think if we swim across, we'd be in Bermuda. And then we'd go to what? Maybe South America? South Africa? No, not South Africa, just Africa. Egypt, maybe? No. Madagascar? No. Monaco? Monaco? No, not Monaco. Begins with an M. Was cooking my lunch. I'm back. You didn't miss much, Sandra. It is, Lala. It's always a beautiful morning here. Even when it's raining, it's very nice. I don't see more turtle tracks down here. Let's see. We'll keep walking a little bit. But the water does come up high here. So the turtles try to go back as far as they can to lay their eggs. You can see, there's the break wall right there. 820 Chief, looks like a beautiful, it is. It's gonna be a beautiful day. But the turtles will go back as far as they can to lay their eggs so the water doesn't come up and wash their eggs away. That would be tragic. I don't see a lot more there were more tracks down this other way. Let's go see if Angela's up yet. Who dat Dave? Good morning. Kevin, Morocco. Morocco. Maybe I'm thinking of Morocco. It's definitely not Monaco. That's a great sound. We could hear the waves in our room last night. That's such a great sound to fall asleep to. The sound of crashing waves. Wow, look how far that guy is out there. I'm surprised there's nobody fishing this morning. Usually there's people fishing. That guy is way out there. John Pop 82, good morning, Miss Vero Beach. We love it here. Lee's Magical Adventures, good morning. Who Dat Dave, hello. Like they have sound machines too that you can buy that have different sounds on them. One of them's crashing waves. Or you could just like sit and record by the ocean and put it on a loop. Like record it for an hour, put it on a loop. Or half an hour, put it on a loop. It's a great sound. Jason, very. Wave to the shark. I don't mind being shark food. Captain Mickey Mouse, good morning. We were out pretty far yesterday. I thought we were out pretty far yesterday in the ocean. These people took it to an extreme. They were out like maybe 50 yards. They swam out like 50 yards past where we were. Like that's getting on sketchy territory when you go out that far. You're taking your life into your own hands when you go out that far. Because there was a little bit of an undertow, and Angela wasn't in the water. She's not a great swimmer. Abby, Zach, and I, we're pretty strong swimmers. But Angela is not. She got wrecked by a wave. She lost her hat, lost her sunglasses. I found her hat. She couldn't find her sunglasses. So she went in and sat on the beach. Now, where'd that guy go? Oh, there he is. There he is. He's riding some waves in. There's a nice little store over here, too, where you can get some breakfast sandwiches. It's a little bit cheaper than the Disney resort. It's pretty good. I still don't see Angela. She may have fallen back asleep. All right, tomorrow I'm gonna have to get up earlier. 6:15 was not early enough. The sun was already coming up. I'm gonna have to come out a little bit earlier. Luann Mock, good morning. Ross and Found, good to see you. Good morning, good morning. John would be surfing. I guarantee you John would be surfing. Look how much the sun has gone up in the sky already. What did Angela say? Let me see. I'll be out. Angela's coming out. Okay. These are all the tracks from the four-wheelers that the Disney Conservation Team uses to try to track down the turtles, see where they laid their nests. And again, they do that. They mark the nest so nobody puts their beach poles or the kids don't dig where the eggs are. You don't want anybody digging up the eggs. But that's a sea nest right there. You can see how they mark it. So that is a restricted area. Don't dig. Don't set up your beach towel or beach blanket on top of there. You never know when they're going to be hatching. Fines and imprisonment. If you disturb it. Uh-oh, she's digging right here. Oh, we'll see what she's doing. There's a conservation lady right here. Let's see what she's doing. I think she's digging right here. Let's see what she says. Morning.
This is the loggerhead. So the next thing that we do is we walk up the incoming track. And so this is the sand behind us. We've got the wall. So which one looks like running up? Yep, good job. That
This one.
exactly. So this is where she came in. And so you walk up and see what happens. You go up the track.
She's following the track up. She's showing us what they do.
Sometimes we're actually digging in to find where the eggs are, and we find the very first top egg. Pull it all back up again so it stays safe and we stand until it happens. And so this is a loggerhead nest. They lay about 115 pounds.
Wow, 115 eggs.
They're very soft and bubbly and quick. And so what we'll do is in about 2 months or so, it's about 60 days to hatch, 55 days to start monitoring, and then looking for little hatchling tracks. Once we see those hatchling tracks, we come back in 3 days, and then dig it up and see how many hatched, how many,
Oh, wow. I didn't realize they did. I'll explain. If you can't hear her, I'll tell you what she's saying.
It's a great way for us to do research to understand how we better protect them, what that looks like. So yeah, any initial questions that you guys have about turtles or anything?
These beaches here, the sand is brought in every year.
So the interesting thing about Vero Resort is Vero, when you develop and create buildings and beaches, what is best to prevent impacts from storms and erosion is to build behind the dune. Vero built behind the dune, which is best practice for defensive vegetation. So you get a healthier dune that's able to hold the sand, and you also get that buffering effect from the wind and the waves when you have storm events. Now, unfortunately, on the north side of Vero or the south side of Vero, you can see it's very down there. There's 2 seawalls. And so if you have a bunch of water coming in, they hit the seawall, where do they go? Right in the middle. So most of these beaches here lose sand every year, and so they do a lot of renourishing work to bring sand back onto the beaches. And we actually are studying what that does to sea turtle nesting. But we bring in new sand. So dynamics are a little bit different. So we're watching to see do turtles like to nest in it. We've had years with the sand they brought like your fingers if you're digging turtle nests for a week get real beat up, but it's nice now. Sometimes the turtles don't like the sand consistency either, so there's a lot of research that's done to try and make sure that as we put sand on beaches and try to mitigate against erosion and storm events, that we do so thinking about the turtles. I will tell you, I think one of the challenges is that you need a lot of nutrients that are inherent in the environment. All the turtle nests that are, eggs that are like in the sand, all the little, creatures and things like that. And so I will say, when I started this program,
I gotta get out of the sun.
it was probably about 15 years ago. I used to see a ton more seabirds, a ton of little sanderlings and things like that. You don't see them as much anymore.
Yep. All right, I'll get out of the sun and give you a recap of what she was saying. Hopefully you can still hear me. So she was saying that's a loggerhead turtle nest. She could tell it was a loggerhead turtle nest by the tracks. And she was also saying that they lay between 100 and 150 eggs. They have a leathery consistency to the shell. So when they drop into the hole, they don't crack. So they kind of will like hit and take the form of what they hit, so the eggs don't crack. So I didn't know that. That's pretty neat. And they said it takes about 60 days to hatch. So from the time that the turtle lays its eggs, it takes about 60 days to hatch, and they will come back and monitor that nest. So they'll come back 3 days before the 60 days is up, because they mark all these, they have all these with the date on them. So they know when and, what day the turtle laid its eggs. So they'll come back 3 days before, and they'll monitor each nest, and they will look for little turtle markings. So they'll look for little turtle markings, and then what they'll do is, after they see little turtle markings coming out, then they'll dig up the nest. After they don't see any more, they'll dig up the nest and see how many hatched and how many did not hatch. So, and the gentleman next to me asked her, she said, so Vero Beach brings in sand like this because it keeps getting washed away. And she said, yes, Vero Beach does bring in this sand. They were bringing in sand that was a little more shelly, and the turtles didn't like that. So they're bringing in this sand. But when they bring in this fine sand right here, one of the things that happens is that the sand loses all its nutrients, and you don't see all the birds around here. So that's one of the things. There she is. There she goes. I got to get out of the sun.
Yeah.
Because
Warm.
we can go in the I know it's warm. But that conservationist down there gave us a lot of good information. And they said Disney built beyond the break. So I guess the people to the east and west of Disney's Vero Beach did not. That's why they have that seawall. Oh, this is nice right here.
Huh?
Very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting. I think it's interesting. Vicki Gillespie, good morning.
What does that mean, they built beyond the
So you can see Disney built behind the, behind the sea grapes and everything like that. Whereas the people to the left and right did not.
They built closer to the
They built
shore.
closer to the shore, and that's why they have that seawall there.
Oh.
And that's why the turtles have a tough time laying their eggs there. Because they run into the seawall. All right, the pool maintenance doing its thing. They were filling the pool up this morning. The pool opens up pretty soon, actually.
Yeah.
In about 45 minutes.
I might go get a spot and just have some breakfast.
We'll take you into the lobby.
Still watering out here, huh?
Well, they were testing the sprinklers yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I think they were adjusting all the sprinklers. This is the main lobby over here. See, this one's doing a little weird thing here.
Yeah.
All the rest are just spraying, and this one's doing a
Little
like an
twirl.
octopus thing.
But maybe it's working better though.
Good morning, Mary.
So it can reach like over there.
Maybe. Emery said breakfast by the pool sounds great.
Yeah.
There's a coconut bunny right there. These coconut bunnies, they don't even mind you're walking by them. Like I could get right up next to that bunny.
So leave them alone.
I'm gonna leave him alone. There he is right there. They just come out and eat the grass. Let's go in here and cool off because I am dripping.
Sure you are. I'm warm just coming out with it.
Holy mackerel.
How come you brought a sweatshirt? Do you have
I didn't want to get bit up.
do you have like a lighter long sleeve shirt?
Well, now that you say it, I do, but I was packing real quick. Okay. Oh, look, they have coffee in the morning in the lobby. Let's see if they have any water out yet. Whew. Is there any water over here? Oh, this is where This is where I lost signal yesterday.
Yeah.
There's the turtle. Mark Davis. Good morning, Mark. No water yet. All right.
You want some coffee?
Did you really just ask that?
Let's go look at the Wind and Waves breakfast.
Yeah, Angelo. Let's go look at the Wind and Waves breakfast. What's for breakfast at the Wind and Waves down here? This is the sit down.
I got the Loco Moco here the one time. It wasn't that great. Oh.
This is the kids area. She's writing it.
down the specials.
She's writing down the specials. Okay. KFA Crew Studio, Kristen, Sarah. Good morning. Make sure you follow them on Instagram as well as.
Did you look at the pressed pennies?
I did look at the press pennies yesterday. Yes. It's Mickey, Vero Beach, and Mickey with the surfboard, and then the quarter is Crush.
And Squirt.
Angela's hoping someday I'll say yes to coffee. And Marie, it's not going to happen. It is so refreshing in here
Yeah.
compared to outside. Oh my gosh. Jeff definitely wants coffee, Anch. 500 points if he drinks it. You could pay me any amount of money and I would never drink coffee.
Oh, come on.
Thank you, Jeanette, for dropping KFA Creative Studios link. Get their art, art and jewelry, KFA Creative Studio. Kenneth H. around here, Disney.
They have decaf. Probably not.
Okay, go see if they have decaf. I'll be right here. Epcot Dan. Good morning. So if you're just joining us, we were out looking for turtle tracks, watching the sunrise. We were a little late this morning. Just sit down for a minute, wait for the girl to finish writing the menu at the Wind and Waves. But I hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. Follow Kenneth H on Instagram. That's Around Here Disney. KFA Crew Studio. There'll be a link to their art and their jewelry and Positivity's Merch Co. That's James and Maria, our favorite Disney Canadian cast members. Positivity's Merch Co. Disney clothing with a positive message on it. How long are we staying? We're leaving tomorrow. But here's the thing. Like, you can stay. We check out tomorrow, but we can stay all day tomorrow if we want. Because they have showers. We can shower off before we leave and stuff. You can use the facilities all day.
So I wonder if remember they used to have those character meals in there?
DPC Dad, what's going on? How long is the turtle hatching season?
Good question.
That's a great question because we, SNSS, good morning. Hello to you and John. A.R. Glover, good morning. We've never not been here and seen turtle nests.
Is it maybe through October? I don't know.
I think maybe through October, yeah. I think after that, the water gets a little too rough and it gets a little too cold. You got to worry about hurricane season and stuff.
But this is hurricane season.
I know it's hurricane season, but that gets really rough later in the season.
Oh, does it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Jeff's 60% right 100% of the time.
Something we can look up. But yeah. Carlos, good morning, Carlos. We're waiting until she gets done with the menu, writing the menu. Then we're going to go check it out. They handwrite it every morning. Robert Dixon, good morning, Robert. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. Wow, the air conditioning in here. I can see why the girls at the front desk were wearing coats the other day. Because it is cool in here. It feels good if you're outside, but they're inside all day. Yeah, I found that interesting about the turtles. The turtle eggs have a leathery consistency, so when they drop from the turtle, they don't crack. They'll just it's like bounce. Yeah, they'll bounce, but just, plop. I didn't realize they laid 100 to 150 eggs at a time, the loggerhead turtles, too. She said they look like they're about ping pong ball size. And it only takes 60 days for them to hatch. So they'll come back at 57, they said they'll come back at 57 days, look for little tracks. And once they don't see any more little tracks coming out, they'll dig it up and see how many hatched and how many did not hatch.
So I guess some good amount maybe don't hatch,
That must happen. Sandra, that's like the office I work in. I think it's better to be cooler than hotter though.
Yeah.
Like hotter,
You're working inside.
especially when you're working, yes. The ostrich egg at Animal Kingdom seem to have a gestation period of about 2 decades so far. Who dat Dave? Truth. Jennifer Piccolo, good morning, Jennifer. Jules Merck, good morning. We just went on our turtle walk, turtle egg, turtle nest quest. Turtle nest quest. It's funny coming back here. We come back here maybe once a year or two, and we see some of the same people working at the front desk. It's funny. I remember this lady over here to the right. Good morning. Is she done? Okay, she's done writing. Let's go look. We're nosy, but these are great tables. Chris was asking about the puzzles earlier. This is a great table to build a huge puzzle right here. One time we got that puzzle. Remember, we had 6 of us trying to build the puzzle on this table right here. That's a great puzzle table. Mm-hmm. This is a great puzzle table right here too, for a table that's not so, or for a puzzle that's not so big. Yeah. Okay, let's go look at the menu. What's for breakfast? Breakfast. This is the Wind and Waves.
Oh, so this is dinner tonight.
Dinner, yes.
What's our pizza? Loaded baked potato pizza. Bacon, potato, cheddar cheese, red onion on hand stretched dough. That sounds good.
I'm not sure.
Let me try to check. It's hard for me because I don't have a signal either. All right, let's see.
Am I frozen? Back. Am I back, Dave? Angela doesn't have a back. We're back. Okay, we're back. Thank you. All right. I'm not sure if you heard me or not. This is a good view of the pool area. I couldn't show this yesterday because by the time I got out here, the pool was already packed. The pool is very nice. It's very big. It gets a little bit deeper in the middle. This is the slide over here. This lighthouse looking thing is the slide. This gives me old Key West vibes, but there's a lot of seating around here, a lot of tables. Mm-hmm. You get your Maple One, good morning. Amy, good morning. The baked potato pizza sounds good. Doesn't it, Amy? I had pierogies before. Okay. Amy's had pierogi pizza. You get your towels right over here. The gym's right over here. Quick service right over here. Restaurant right over here. So everything's not too far away here. We went out to a restaurant. We went to Mulligan's last night. That seems to be a tradition for us to go to Mulligan's.
Yeah, that wasn't, kind of upset my stomach a little bit, but it was probably that clam chowder soup.
Anyway.
So, yeah, I'll come out and...
Angela's going to come out and set up our stuff.
Well,
I don't think you can even get towels.
Eat out here, yeah.
Oh, you're going to eat out here?
Yeah,
You're going to get bid up. Okay.
I mean, I'll dress like... already by my face. Although those aren't no Sam's because you can't see it.
Let's see if we can see some lizards. Drinking coffee on a 100+ degree day, Carlos. That doesn't sound...
Exactly.
Jennifer, you missed the coconut bunnies. We'll see if we see some on the way back to the room, though. I never even... Oh, this sign just gives you a little bit of information about loggerhead turtles right here. We'll see if we see some coconut bunnies. Now, the lizards came out. When the lizards were out, that was when there was like full-on daylight. They were in the sun, trying to soak up the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if there's any coconut bunnies.
Let's see. Well, this is the way back to the room, but I don't know. Maybe we want to walk down this way a little bit. Right?
Let's walk down this way, see if we see any coconut bunnies. I don't know, the sprinklers scare them away or what?
Oh, yeah, they probably do.
This grass,
Oh, is that one right there? No.
that is one. There's one right here. Second coconut bunny of the day, right here. Look at him, how cute he is. There's another one right there.
He stopped mid-chew. Yeah.
There he is right there. There he is.
Just keep moving. You're making him nervous.
I'm not, he's making me nervous. I'm not making him nervous. There's another one back there. Look at that one back there. He's trimming up the bushes. He won't move. Watch. He won't move. He don't care we're here. Alrighty. Well, should we say goodbye?
Sure.
Well, thanks for going on the turtle walk with us. I might have to go out a little bit earlier tomorrow because
Are you trying to see a turtle? Is that what
I'm
you're
trying to see turtles. I was up at 3.
I don't know if you're ever going to see them.
I'm going to see them. You wait. All right.
But you're not going to stream that. That's crazy. You could do a
Okay,
video.
guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today for Turtle Talk with Jeff. Looks like it's going to be another great day. Abby has some friends coming down at 10. Should be a good day at the beach. Maybe we'll go live tomorrow. I'll set something up. Or maybe we'll just do a video.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was going to say, that's early for people to get up.
No, I don't want anybody. No. But
Ooh.
they can always go back and watch it. All right, let me give you something nice to look at on the way out.
I heard like a...
There we go. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, everybody, and we'll see you all real soon.